Let's switch again to another area of the country. We'll go up north to Mr. Chad Gruen. Chad, let's bring you on, and if you would, introduce yourself, talk about the area of the country that you represent for claims, and maybe a little bit about what you're seeing, kind of, as we are through planning.
Thanks, Dave. My name is Chad Gruen. I'm the Assistant Vice President, Regional Claims Manager of the Northern Region, and that covers Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Eastern Montana. And for our region this year, it's been one of the better planning seasons that we've had in quite a while. Knock on wood, we're not going to have much prevent plant. So people were able to get in, farmers were able to get in timely and get in early and been able to plant from fence row to fence row. So it's been a great couple months for planting in the northern region.
Well, that's fantastic, and you hear a lot about some of the things that are happening across the country, and they are catastrophic in some areas that really need a lot of attention. But one of the things I'm really encouraged by is hearing the some of the positive stories, and to hear that your whole region generally is in really good shape is boy, that's a great thing this time of year.
Yes, we've had many prevent plant claims the last few years, so that's been kind of nice. But we're not out of the woods yet.
Right.
We've got even now we've had record heat, and we've had a lot of wind, so we're starting to get a few replant claims now due to wind, especially on the sugar beets. They're pretty susceptible to wind and blowing out. So we're getting a few sugar beet claims in now, few claims due to crusting slash being in the ground a little bit too long, laying in dry dirt. But yeah, in South Dakota, we've got some winter wheat that got put in dry dirt last fall, never rained. And now we've had some winter wheat we've had some rain in South Dakota, but now they're going to kind of flip it over to dig it down and turn to corn or turn to another crop here.
Yeah. So I think that's a really good kind of summary of the things that maybe you're keeping your eyes peeled for, and your team also keeping their eyes peeled for. But is there any one thing in particular that's kind of maybe not has you up at night, but that you really kind of focused in on to say, I'm really concerned that we might be on the precipice of X or Y, or is it kind of just all those things in general?
Yeah, I guess the only thing is just the forecast. We're going to be flipping the switch to back to potential winter in some areas.
Yeah.
So next week they're talking about potentially some snow and some freezing temperatures. So hopefully that doesn't get down to southern Minnesota or southern South Dakota. Right now it's supposed to be in the upper 30s to low 40s, but that there'll be some low-lying areas. So just because we've had such great emergence issues, I guess that's the only thing I'm kind of worried about is looking at the forecast that potentially we've got some soybeans up. Of course, corn,
Yeah.
that corn and wheat, those growing points aren't out of the ground yet, but yeah, certainly some of the soybeans that have come in the ground and just popped right up because we've had, just such warm temperatures the last week and a half.
Yeah, and given the year that a good part of your region had to go through last year, let's hope none of that comes to bear, and this great planting season you've seen so far just really continues, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, for sure. Just one more question, Chad. So, is there any, given that kind of his background in your region, is there anything that maybe agents or farmers need to know or should be aware of from their standpoint that you'd advise them to do?
I guess just, getting the notice of loss turned in. If you have some farmers that are looking at potentially doing some replanting, get that notice of loss turned in so the adjuster can either get out there or approve the potential replant if there is one. But yeah, other than turning a notice of loss in, I think our agents, they communicate really well, via text message, via turning in the claim. So our agent force in the northern region they've been through this before.
Yeah,
So
right.
they do an excellent job.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, any final comments? Anything else that comes to mind?
No, it's been knock on wood. Hopefully we have a good growing season now and get timely rains. So we've had plenty of rainfalls in the double digits here
Mm,
in
yeah,
Minnesota the past couple of years. So we don't want to see any of that, but just hopefully we have some timely rains and continue with the heat. So
gotcha. All right. Well, Chad, thanks for your insight. Thanks to you for talking a little bit about what's going on in the northern region.